So what's the optimal temperature for our indoor plants, especially for plants that grow in tropical environment, plants that are rare? We want to make sure that our plants are actually thriving and we don't just bring it home just to get to a point where they die. And one of the key points is the temperature. All these plants like the temperature between 65 and 90 degrees. And it's very important to know that when you bring the plant home, and it gets used to your temperature in the house, you want to keep it the same way. Now, if there's a sudden drop in temperature, you will end up with wilting plants and plants that don't look happy. And I'll show you an example later in the video. We have here alocasias, and alocasias are plants that are tropical plants, same as elephant ears, and they like a temperature of 65 to 90 degrees. And you want to make sure that you give it a stable temperature. So if in your house you're used to 68 degrees, you want to keep it all the time 68 degrees for the plant so it stays happy. If you have, for example, 85 degree, which is very hot, you want to do the same thing during the whole entire year so there is no temperature drop. For cactuses, they can go from 50 to, I believe, 90 degrees. I'm not sure. Yes, 50 to 90 degrees. So you want to make sure as well that it always gets the same type of temperature. Otherwise, you'll end up with losing the cactus. African violets are plants that are very nice, and they are blooming very nicely, and you want to keep them as well between 65 and 75 degrees. And you want to avoid, in any type of plant you're going to have, you want to avoid a sudden temperature drop, and you want to make sure that they are growing happy. I have here my favorite variegated burley marks. This is a beautiful plant, and this plant likes 65 to 90 degrees. So as well, you bring it home, you want to keep in mind what's the minimal temperature, and then you want to bring it to get used to the temperature in your house and keep it all the time the same way. What's happening if the temperature drops and your plant is not used to that type of temperature? I'll show you one of my plants. This is a red leaf anthurium, and we recently had snow, and it was by a window, and apparently it was too cold for it because it lost all its leaves. It does have here a growing point, so it gives me actually two growing points. Gives me hope. I really hope it's going to revive. It's a really beautiful plant, and I really hope I can have it back. So when the temperature falls down all of a sudden, same as with this rubber tree, it was by the window, you see it lost a lot of leaves. So when that happens, you see the plant that's wilting or maybe losing leaves, so it doesn't look like it used to look. In that case, you need to make sure that the temperature you got this plant living in for months at a time is the same as the temperature you have right now. To revive these plants, you need to bring the temperature back to what they like. And I realize it's winter, so we have all our heaters on, so the air is more dry. In that case, you would like to have a humidifier because these are tropical plants and they really like a humid environment. So that's it. Thanks for watching.